Hey, I want to share a thought with you that came out of my devotions this morning. The thought is can we sin with our mouth? Can we sin with our words? And all of us would probably agree, yes, you can. But usually we're thinking about, when we think about sinning with our mouth, we're thinking about maybe using how we use foul language, curse words, or cursing someone. But I have a different thought on this. And most people may say, man, I've never used foul language. I've never cussed in my life. But is there still a potential that you may be sinning with your mouth, even though you're not using foul language? And the answer is yes. In Psalm chapter 39, David is talking about not sinning with his mouth, but I don't think he's talking about I don't think it's about foul language. I think it's more about faith, and it's about what he's feeling on the inside, and how is he going to express that feeling. But even more importantly is who he is saying it to. That's what I see. Psalm chapter 39, verse 1, he said, I will guard my ways that I may not sin with my tongue. I think it's interesting that what we say with our tongue is actually pointing our feet in a direction as well. I'm going to guard my ways. How? That I may not sin with my tongue. I will guard my mouth as with a muzzle or a bridle. I'm going to have a tamed tongue, which is one of the teachings that we pointed out in our teaching on Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus talks about the power of our mouth. And he says, while the wicked are in my presence. So who is in my presence is important when I begin to express my frustrations. We all get frustrated, angry, upset. There's things in life that we don't like. We get depressed, all of these things. But what comes out of us is so important. But even more important, who are we saying it to? That's what David is saying. He says, I was dumb and silent. I refrained even from good, and my sorrow grew worse. That's what happens. We end up not saying anything. We keep silent about it. We're not talking about it to anyone, and it begins to bottle up within inside of us. My heart was hot within me, and while I was musing or meditating, the fire burned, and then I spoke with my tongue. So finally, he's going to speak with his tongue. And look what the next verse says, verse 4. Lord, make me to know my end. I'm going to stop there because that's what I need to know. When he decided to speak, who was he speaking to? My question is, I think the thought would be we need to be careful. What does it say about us? What does it say about our faith? What does it say about our trust in God if God is the last person we talk to about our frustrations? Hebrews chapter 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please God. Maybe the sin is that we're not pleasing God because he's either last on the list of the people that we talk to when we're frustrated, or sadly, he's not even on the list. We don't even talk to him at all. We're venting to even people who they don't know what to do with your frustration. They're not wise enough to know what to do with your frustration. Or you may be sowing a seed into their life in a negative way by speaking out what is hurting you or bothering you. I think it's very important for us to watch our words, to tame our tongue, and to be very wise of when do we speak out of what's coming out of our heart. That maybe God is not intimidated by our frustrations. He's not intimidated us being mad and upset about life. He can handle it. But what he wants is for us to speak to him and not 10 other people first. And I would be very careful what you say to people, how you truly open your heart and just vent, so to speak. Be careful. You need to know who's in your presence and what can you hear. There are probably some really close friends that you have in your life that you can confide in. And they're spiritual people. They're people of faith. They know how to handle it, and they're going to share good and wise counsel in return with you as you're sharing with him. So I don't know. This encouraged me today to remind me there's a reason why I don't just say everything. There's a reason why I stay silent and I take a lot of things to God in prayer. And I pray that you have the confidence today that you can go to God, vent to Him. He knows how to take it, and He knows how to heal your heart and refresh and renew your soul.